Still? Still? What you want? Okay. Choose.
I don't know.
This one like that, and then this one. Panaglapo mo. Hello beautiful people, I just got done with the medical exam day 1. I ordered takeout McDonald's. McDonald's was walking distance from St. Luke's and the hotel, so I didn't even know that there was like a McDonald's there. I was just walking, trying to look for a close like a near establishment, like a restaurant or something, because I needed coffee. I needed sugar in my system after that 4 vials of blood test. I will be doing like a rundown of what happened during the medical exam day 1. I'm just gonna eat first. Okay. Hi, hey, hello, kumusta? It's Chelsea Savannah. So I'm done eating, and right now I'm just gonna first tell you guys the list of documents or requirements that we need to bring with us on our medical exam for the day 1, because there are gonna be 2 days that you need to go back and forth St. Luke's medical extension clinic here in Ermita, Manila, because that's just how it goes. So I have here my notebook, my go-to notebook. It's like a checklist. Actually, you will also have the same list of requirements once you see your appointment confirmation email. In that email, they already listed down the things that you need to bring, the documents that you need to present at St. Luke's. So, just going through a rundown, I'm just gonna call them out. Medical examination appointment confirmation email from St. Luke's Extension Clinic. They said printed or digital copy on the email, but please do bring a printed copy because they like printed more because it's easier that way. And then you got the printed copy of attached flow. Actually, during the whole entire process, I didn't really use it, just cause. I think you just need to print that out so that you will have your own guide during the medical exam process. Next, you need to bring your passport, your original passport, and 1 photocopy. I watched videos that said 2 photocopies of passport, but I clarified during them checking my documents if I should present 1 or 2, and the lady said just 1. So just bring 1 passport because they will bring 1 passport photocopy because they will scan that, and then that's it. Next, you need to present your vaccination records. The only thing that they looked for on my end was my Vac Cert PH certificate, photocopy. That's the only question. They were like, have you been vaccinated for COVID? And I said, yes. Do you have your Vac Cert? And that's when I presented my printed Vac Cert PH copy. That was it. I thought at first they would require like immunization records since I was a child. I brought that as well. I brought the hard copy, the real copy, the original, and then the photocopy, but no, they didn't ask for it. They only asked for the vac certificate. But I do think, just in case, bring all your vaccination records, including COVID, whether or not you got vaccinated. Yeah, just bring your vaccination records to be safe, because you never really know. It just depends on the lady or the man, the guy that you're talking to. Next, since I don't have my visa interview appointment letter, I signed the waiver. Yeah, total leap of faith there. I just signed the waiver, and then I heard like somebody next to me, the lady next to me, also doesn't have her visa appointment letter, so she also signed a waiver. But that's okay, because the medical records are good for 6 months, and I was slightly confident going to my medical exam even without my US interview appointment letter or my visa interview appointment letter, because I called a few days before my medical exam. My fiancé called, and I called personally to double check, and they said that it's fine if you don't have your appointment letter for your US interview as long as you sign a waiver. Why don't I have my interview appointment date yet? Because I'm still waiting for the email of the embassy, and I was watching or like looking, checking their scheduling site, and there are no slots available. So that's why. The next one is very important. It is one of the documents that you should never forget to print or photocopy or to bring with you. It's the K1 FTP letter, which basically has your case number. So that's literally the proof that you are in the process of getting your visa. That's also one of the things that I overheard during the process, because this is window 1, which is where I am standing at, and then window 2, and then window 3. So I overheard from window 3 that she forgot to print out her K1 FTP letter, and she had a hard time looking for it. I felt bad. I didn't know what happened, because even while I was done, they were still looking for it. She was still looking through her documents, because she was just nervous about the whole process. I do think she had it printed out, but she was just overwhelmed with how nervous she was. Next is the DS-160 confirmation page. This is what it looks like. It means that you applied for a visa, and you need to present that when they check the documents. Now that we're done with the requirements, let us proceed to what went down during my medical exam day 1. So my schedule was at 1 p.m. January 2nd, which is actually weird because all of the videos that I have seen online, both on TikTok and on YouTube, all of the K1 visa applicants shows earlier appointment dates, like morning schedules. It's either 8 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. or 9 a.m. all morning. And thank God, because when I was checking the available, when I was scheduling my medical exam on the St. Luke's site, there is still an available 1 p.m. slot, so I took that. So I arrived there. In the email they said that you need to be there 30 minutes before your appointment. I got there at around 12:35. It was fast. I can say it was fast because you go in groups, like groups of 5, groups of 6. The guard there, shout out to the guard, whoever you are, that was the real MVP. Because since it's the afternoon schedule, there's like a lot other people getting impatient, saying like, I've been here since 8 a.m. I've been here since 9 a.m. blah blah blah. And shout out to the guard. He was very respectful but also firm, and he was also clear in giving out instructions. Also, I forgot to mention the entrance of St. Luke's is not at the main entrance. Basically, here's a building, St. Luke's building. There's a door here, but that's not the entrance, that's actually the exit. The entrance for K1 visa applicants, or visa applicants in general, is just beside. There's like a long blue gate Beside the entrance of the main building, there's a gate, but that's not it. You have another gate here with a guard waiting at the entrance, and there's a sign that says sputum, SLEC, and dots. So that's where you go. So at 1:30 I made it in and then proceeded to the first floor photo booth. I gave my document, like my appointment and my passport, to the lady at the photo booth, and then it took like 5 to 10 minutes before they called out my name. And then I made sure that I was not wearing any of these to save me time from getting it, and getting it back in. So I just made sure that I don't have any piercings on beforehand, just so I don't take too much time. The photo booth lasted probably like 3-minute stops, and then after that I went to the third floor. Third floor is where they check the documents. So I handed my brown envelope with the documents, but the lady said that I should just get the documents that she calls out. So she asked for my passport, photocopy of my passport, my DS-160, my vaccination, the COVID certificate. She asked for the K1 FTP. She also asked for the visa interview letter, but I told her that I don't have my schedule yet, so she made me sign a waiver. The reason for the waiver is because I don't have a visa interview schedule yet, and then you put in "I fully understand" and then your name and signature above. Yeah, that was basically it. The whole process took like 10-minute stops. And then I then proceeded to the 5th floor, the cashier. That's where I sweat a lot because I thought they accept Gcash card as a Visa, because it says Visa or MasterCard is accepted. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna withdraw money. It's literally like 28,650 pesos. So I said, okay, I'm just gonna use my card, my Visa card, because my Gcash card is a Visa card. And then when I presented it, the lady said, "Oh, sorry mom, credit card only." So they only accepted credit, not even debit. So I asked, do we have an ATM here? And they said that it's on the 1st floor. So from the 5th floor, I went down to the 1st floor. Thankfully, the ATM has bills because I was able to withdraw the amount. And then I went back to the 5th floor, and they made me skip the line because my paper is already in the cashier. So after paying, I went to the 4th floor, which is the laboratory. During the laboratory, they drew, 4 vials of blood. It was actually very quick, 4 vials of blood. And because my schedule is in the afternoon, I am scheduled to get my blood test results at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow, January 3rd. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. After that, from the 4th floor, I proceeded to the 3rd floor, which is the X-ray. During the X-ray, there's a separate corner for female and there's a separate corner for male. Don't forget that as you enter a new floor, look for an officer or a personnel that you can give your paper to, because they will be calling out your name. So from the 4th floor, I proceeded to the 3rd floor for the X-ray. By 3 p.m., I was done with my X-ray, and then after the 3rd floor, I proceeded to the 5th floor for the vital signs and the eye test. I was done by 3:10. So literally, from X-ray at 3 sharp in the afternoon, I went to vital signs and eye test and was done 3:10 sharp in the afternoon. So, And then at the 5th floor as well, because it's like the vital signs, cashier here, vital signs, cashier here, vital signs, and then at the other end, eye test, and then the one-on-one with a doctor. So after that, I just waited for my name again. After the eye test, I went to, oh, no, the lady told me to just wait for my name to be called out. And then after like a few minutes, probably like 15 minutes tops, they called out my name and then proceeded to a waiting area for the one-on-one with a doctor. The doctor actually asks like some routine questions like, have you ever self-harmed? Have you ever been depressed? Are you suffering with any disorder? Are you pregnant? Have you been pregnant? They are routine questions that you need to answer yes or no to, and you need to be truthfully real and honest with them, because after the one-on-one questions there will be a physical test, so the doctor will know if you're lying or not with stuff like that. So by 3:59 I was on the way from the 5th floor to exit that building. I was done. This is what I got after the one-on-one with the doctor. The white paper. For the videos I've seen online, they said that when you get a yellow paper, it means you have something wrong with your blood tests or with one of the tests that they took. Possibly you have sputum, stuff like that. But they gave me this. This is also one of the things that I've been carrying around all throughout the process. So yeah, that's it. Tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. I will be heading back there to get my blood test results, and hopefully I do get my immunization done. It depends how many shots they will give me. That's what I've heard, because some get 4 shots, some get 2 shots. Honestly, I'm just prepared for the immunization shots, not the sputum, okay? Because even if I got only the white paper, you can never really be sure. So yeah, that's what I've been praying, and I'll update you tomorrow. Okay, so hi, I'm at the airport now waiting for my boarding announcement. I'm also using my other phone as a recorder so that you guys can hear me, because my microphone is dead. Both are dead. So basically earlier today at 3:30 p.m. was my schedule for my medical exam result, and I got there at around 2:30 in the afternoon. The whole morning until lunchtime, well, not really the whole morning, lunchtime, my aunt and my cousins picked me up, so we grabbed lunch together. I'm glad that I was able to spend time with them during the limited amount of time that I had in Manila. But anyway, fast forward to the medical exam result, or the blood test results. I received, just a little recap, I received a white paper yesterday, January 2nd, and in the white paper it's stipulated there that you will get your blood test result at this specific time, or your IGRA test result at this specific time. But I've watched videos and all of them said that you can go there earlier, so I got there at around 2:30 or 3, which is earlier than my time, and the guards will just check your white paper and will tell you to proceed to the 2nd floor. At the 2nd floor, I gave my white paper at the reception area, and then I waited for my name to be called. It took probably like 45 minutes before they called my name. And then after that, you will be assisted inside a room, You will go to that room, and then the nurse, or probably the med tech, my bad, the med tech will orient you what kind of vaccines you will get, what kind of shots you will get. At the same time, they will also verify what type of visa you are applying for. All in all, I got 3 shots. I know some got 4 shots, some got 6 shots in total, but for my visa category, the maximum that I've seen through the videos, most of them got 4 shots. But in my case, I got 3 shots. The shots that they didn't give me, or the shot that they didn't give me, one of those includes Hep B, because my result was negative, which means I have never been exposed to a person with tuberculosis. And then after the 3 doses of vaccine shots, immunization shots, I got 2 on my left, which is actually still here, and then 2 on my right. 1 on my right. Then after that, he told me to wait at the records. I forgot the name of the room, but releasing section. I waited for like 10-minute stops. So as I was saying, I waited like 10-minute stops in the releasing section, and then the guy told me to come inside the room, and then he oriented me that this brown envelope means this CD means this, it is sealed. And then he also sealed the brown envelope right in front of me. He glued that shit. He also showed me the blood test results, and he told me that it's not really necessary to bring to my visa interview, but it is necessary if you want to study or work in the US, so you should bring that with you to the US. He also asked me if I have my visa interview schedule already, and yeah, God works in mysterious ways, because for weeks the US visa scheduling.com has 0 slots. Like, natapos na yung Christmas day, natapos na yung New Year day, wala pa ring slots, no slots available. And then Carlo checked earlier before my blood test result, and poof, there's an available slot. So fast forward to the releasing section. I'm inside the room already. I was inside the room already, and then when he asked me if I have an interview schedule already, that's the time that I said, actually, we just scheduled it today. It will be on the blah blah of this month. And then he jotted that down, like just handwritten it, because during the medical exam I didn't have my schedule yet. That's why I had to sign a waiver. That's why he just handwritten it in the form, the dates that I told him. After that, he made me scan 2 QR codes, one for the checklist of requirements for the visa, and then one for my feedback to their services. And that was it. I'm done. He said, that's it, I can go home now. And yeah, we're done with one of the last few steps for the K1 visa before Carlo and I can finally be inseparable. New chapter. I just hope 2025 will be a great one and will be kind to us.